Welcome to Financial Confidence for High Achieving Women, the go-to podcast for women of color entrepreneurs overwhelmed by their finances and ready to transform their money mindset, take control of their money, and build sustainable wealth. I'm your host, Taryn, better known as T Money, certified financial coach and CEO of Money Honey LLC. I believe that abundance is your birthright and that good money management doesn't mean cutting out the joy from your life. Stick around to learn how you can build intentional money habits that align with your biggest lifestyle goals. Let's get into today's episode. Are you having money dates with yourself or your partner? This is something I've been doing for years and what I recommend for the couples I work with. In this episode, I'll describe what a money date is, why they make building wealth fun, and how you can incorporate them into your schedule. Welcome to episode 5 of the Financial Confidence for High Achieving Women podcast. I'm your host, Taryn, better known as T Money, and today we'll be talking all about money dates. Before we get started in today's episode, if you're ready to take control of your finances like the rich bitch you are, I invite you to book a 90-minute Organize Your Money Honey intensive with me. You'll walk away with a crystal clear financial plan, a budget you'll actually stick to, and actionable steps to start saving and investing faster. Head to the link in the show notes to book your spot. So let's get into the money date. I'm so excited about this because I think it's something that has really changed the game for a lot of my clients. And so you might be wondering, what is a money date? And it is intentional time set aside for money conversations where you review your finances, check your progress towards your goals, plan upcoming expenses, and discuss your spending habits. And this is fun because it can be something that you do solo on your own, or it can be something that you do with your significant other, which I highly recommend both. It's so good to have time where you are setting your own money goals and kind of reviewing your expenses and, just kind of taking a look at everything. And then, especially if you are, coupled up, you want to make that intentional time with your partner to start having those money conversations or taking your money conversations to the next level. And it's such an important thing to do and something that is useful whether you are, already married or if you are just starting to live together, things like that. Anytime that you're really combining finances, it's good to start setting a money date. And so the big thing I want to say around this is that conversations about money do not have to be intense or boring. It doesn't have to be dry. It doesn't have to be something that causes stress and turmoil and all of these things. It can be fun and engaging. And the way we start to reframe how we approach our conversations about money is taking intentional steps to have the conversations, to be able to say what it really is when it comes to our finances. It's such an important thing that you can do, and it helps you to really be empowered when you talk about money. And so something that that my husband and I have done actually is just a month ago, we went to brunch and then we had our money date after that. And that was something that we decided to plan because we just purchased our house. And so we were okay, we need to set some new goals. And having the brunch component made it a great time. And then it also helped to ease the pressure around, what the conversation could go like after that. And so we were able to really take that time to celebrate. And then we started to have the conversations about new goals that we wanted to set. And, similar to what I've talked about before in a previous episode, it was what do we want to see for our life? And what do we want to pursue together next? And then also, like, what are some things that we are individually working on that, we can take money as a partner with towards achieving those goals. And so you can make it fun. Like you can have it be, like a nice meal. You can play some music. That's what I love to do when I'm doing my solo money dates. And I do those like every Friday. And, it doesn't have to be something that takes a long time either. Those ones that I do on Fridays are like maybe 30 minutes. But I'm playing music and, enjoying a Dr. Pepper. That's like my favorite beverage. So, doing both of those things. And I have other clients too who are like, I take myself out to like my favorite Italian restaurant and just start going through all of the spreadsheets. There's another client who likes to go to a coffee shop and just open up, her apps and start going through things and, start journaling around some of the money beliefs and things that come up. And it's so wonderful to like make it something that you look forward to. Like that's the big thing when it comes to the money date. And, talking openly about your finances helps you gain clarity on your goals, understand the habits needed for success, and build a plan to make your dreams a reality because that's the ultimate goal, right? And so you want to set time aside to make it happen. I recommend like once a month is good. At minimum, I would say, like once a month is good. And it's actually what we do in the Rich Woman's Book Club, which is a personal finance book club that I host. I'll make sure to include that link in the show notes as well. But that's something that we do. I walk you through how to do a money date, how to review your finances, just level set for the habits that you want to apply for the following month and everything. Having that set up once a month is a great thing to do. And then in addition to that, you can also have, like once a quarter. If you're not able to do once a month, which I totally get, definitely make sure you're doing it once a quarter. It's a good time to review your finances. And it's definitely a good time if you are doing this with your significant other to be able to review it together and just have that intentional time to make it happen. And so, plan it as a date if you'd like and, make it fun, make it cozy, make it a good experience because y'all know I'm all about creating positive experiences with money. And this is one of the things that comes from doing a money date. And so also when you think about the time, this is the question I get too, is like, how long does it need to be? And, I told you earlier that my individual ones are usually like 30 minutes. I would say like the ones I do with my husband are 2 hours. So, it's up to you. I would say like an hour is a good amount of time. If it's something where you feel like it's going to be a more in-depth conversation. So like when we were talking about goals, of course, that's going to need like a little bit more time. So we allocated the 2 hours for that. And if, you're doing more of like the review part, just like looking at your expenses over the past week or month, kind of seeing what your progress is towards your goals, you may not need as much time. And so with that, I encourage you to have a money date. Remember it's there to help you to gain clarity on your goals and discuss your spending habits. Set those new intentions for the upcoming month, the upcoming quarter, whatever it is. And you can also use that time to plan any upcoming expenses as well. So if there's big things that are coming up, this is a great time to like really map it out. This is your time with your money. That is a great benefit of it. It allows you to have more intentional conversations and more open money communication. I know we've probably all heard the stats around, divorce and finances being like a big part of that, a big reason for that. And so this allows you to tackle that head on by having these conversations and, bringing money mindset into your relationship and having aligned finances together. So, we always have an action step. And so our action step for this episode is to schedule your money dates on your calendar for the next 6 months. Okay. So I want you to look and just put it on there. Just schedule it in like you would any other appointment. And I'm like so excited to hear how it goes for you, to see what you learn as you start to incorporate this, see how you feel about money going forward as you start to have your money dates. And so in the next couple episodes, we have some good stuff. So we have the language you use around money and another episode on how budgeting is much more than your bills. So make sure you tune in. And as I mentioned earlier, if you want to get control of your finances, I invite you to book that 90-minute Organize Your Money Honey intensive. And remember, you'll walk away with a clear financial plan, a budget you'll actually stick to, and actionable steps to start saving and investing faster. So thanks for joining me today, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Thank you for tuning into this episode of the Financial Confidence for High Achieving Women podcast. I hope the insights shared in this episode have inspired you to take one small action step toward a more empowered relationship with money. If you're ready to take control of your finances like the rich bitch you are, I invite you to book a 90-minute Organize Your Money Honey intensive with me. You'll walk away with a crystal clear financial plan, a budget you'll actually stick to, and actionable steps to start saving and investing faster. Head to the link in the show notes to book your spot. I'm so grateful to be part of your financial journey, and I can't wait to see all the incredible moves you'll make. Thank you for listening, and I'll catch you in the next episode.